Internet, before we begin, thank you. You left positive, helpful comments on the last Clue video that I'm going to use for next video. So thank you for not chastising me too much, and thank you for actually being helpful. I favored a good bunch of them, that way I can kind of go back and figure out what I need to do for next time. But let's find out who the murderer is tonight. Sorry. We're good. No, innocent detective. Enjoy the video.
My biggest issue
I rest
right
my
now
case.
is that you guys said that it can't be any combination of the 3 cards.
Yes.
Yeah, that you currently hold, it can't. That all that stuff is
that's
wasn't used.
all not you.
So they
I
are
want to play a
literally
game.
none of them.
Those are the only cards in the game. Like
Well,
those
then I
cannot
am-
be in the secret sack.
I am fucking confused, if I'm honest, if there's only one of
Yeah.
each card. Because something happened where Aphex showed a card to Smarty, and I had the card he was showing him.
Did you?
How did you see the card?
Oh, I didn't see the
Secret
card,
reveal.
but I had all the fucking options.
Huh. That's odd.
So I don't know what he showed Smarty if I had all the options.
I could tell you what it was, but I don't fucking.
Why don't you message me? Why don't you send me a message on
what
Steam?
Yeah, I don't know about that, man.
What did he show you? That way I could see if it actually is that. Because I had everything. Did you
Yeah,
message
I
me?
just sent you a text.
You know what, Mr. Plum? I
Oh.
think you were feeling rather a little bit frisky.
Wait a
inside
second.
the
Did you
pipe
done goof?
I didn't even know this was an option.
Yeah.
What?
There's player models?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at your cards. Look at your cards.
You didn't know you can have players in your hand.
I
Like-
don't have players.
Okay.
Oh
I
shit.
don't have players.
Mr. Plum with the lead pipe in the
Oh,
billiard room, of course.
That
Interesting,
explains some things
interesting.
then. That
Plum,
explains
what
some
do you
things.
offer?
Oh,
Ah, okay.
Oh, that makes this much harder than my little mental game is
I
completely
think I know
gone
what
now.
card was shown.
Fucked you up.
That rules
Actually-
out that possibility.
Actually, I don't know. What was shown?
Well,
Do
shit.
not worry, my mustache fellow.
My entire system's
Mustache
broken.
fella.
Yeah, I still have no idea what
Chill
system's supposed
DXE
to be
has stopped
operating.
working.
Oh my god, everything's broken. I gotta take off my glasses. I got dumb.
I don't think it is this.
Alright.
I think Mr. Plum has confirmed that for me, that it's not this. So I crossed it out.
Yeah, well, Mr. Plum ain't helping anybody.
I've almost cracked the case.
Really?
No, you have.
I'm like 32% complete.
I feel like
Pretty good, it's still
Colonel
loading.
Mustard over there
It's like
is
a Windows
just
update. It'll
twirling
get
his
faster at the end.
mustache.
So wait, if I'm shown a green mark by anything, that means it's not possible for it to be that.
Yes.
Unless you put that green mark in yourself, like I've done a couple times. Where I hope I'm right.
Okay. So that narrows things down for me.
If it was automatically put there, it's confirmed.
Okay.
Just have to
So
click
it's
on it.
confirmed that it's not that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I killed a man with the dagger in the library. Anyone say differ?
I don't know. Mr. Plum, of
It was
course.
yourself,
Anyone?
Mr. Plum.
Wow.
Anyone think
Oh,
different?
he's gonna beat me to it.
Anyone think differently?
Mr. Green, you have some information.
Explain.
Yes.
Scratch your plum. You
Yes.
scratch my plum.
Here you go. This is the information.
Ah, yes, cool.
You
Of
might
course.
be a
Ah!
particular. You
It's-
might be a bit of a particular.
You have them
fan
all
of
crossed
these
off, don't you?
things.
What?
Uh-oh.
This is strange. I think I'm getting real fucking close.
Wait,
Wait,
what?
How do you
I've
know
narrowed
you're
down
getting close?
to
Wait,
two
what do you mean?
people.
What do you mean?
This is
So it
real.
narrows it down. How? I'm sorry. I'm like very
Real
confused.
strange.
Are you not doing detective work?
What?
We were supposed to detect people this entire time.
Yes.
Wait. All
Of
right.
course.
All right, so
Interesting. That's good information.
Professor Plum, why are you stalling?
Yes.
Sorry. Just checking
Okay.
things.
Yeah, I've been operating under a different kind of logic from before because now I realize that there are many things I've done that I didn't have to do.
There's also many things I
At
did
all.
wrong.
I haven't done
There are-
yet. Hold on.
There are a lot of things that I could have been doing differently.
oh
Never
boy.
been in this room.
A lot of it is just process of elimination. If you know two of the options, then like you see someone show a card, you're like, well, that's confirmed.
Yes, quiet.
So then you cross it off yourself.
Let's try.
And here's some writing.
I hear writing
Big
as
ass
well.
pencil in this
I'm
big
gonna
ass
suggest
study. Look how nice the study is.
Anyone?
This is really nice.
How
the cock!
dare you?
Peacock.
It's the pee-pee cock!
You got
Oh.
anything to show me?
It's prompting
Oh,
me to do it.
Mustard.
Present it.
I don't
You
want
must-
you though.
You must
We
prove
have
that I'm
to.
innocent,
Oh.
Mustard.
Show them the information that you've shown me, Mr. Mustard.
Okay. Okay.
It's between the three of us. And
Don't
only the
play
three
the
of us.
reveal card.
Information bullshit.
I swear.
What a waste. What a waste.
Okay.
All right, now I can
Is that
begin
Brad
making.
Pitt? I just realized Mr. Green's Brad Pitt.
Fight Club
am
Brad
not
Pitt.
Brad Pitt.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Where can I go?
Look at that jawline, Brad.
Let's
It's a Brad Pitt
see.
jawline.
It's a rather toned jawline.
It's a solid jawline.
That's a pit line.
So it's not the.
Oof.
Okay.
That doesn't
Oh,
sound
a
as,
pit line is.
doesn't
All
sound
right,
as.
I
That's a
might
pit
have figured
stop.
out which weapon was used.
Oh, look at those pit lines.
You found out what weapons used?
I might have figured it out.
Huh.
Getting closer to it. Getting closer to it.
My brain is not working the way it
I
should
don't
be.
know if this is a choice you want to make.
I'm trying to. What do you mean? I don't even know what choice I'm trying to make.
How do you know what I'm trying to do when I don't even know what I'm trying to do?
Okay. All right. So I know a few people who are absolutely not it.
Dead.
Do you? Do you?
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely not
I
it.
definitely do not.
So I need
I
to
have no
make
idea,
choices
to be honest.
that seem. So where the X's are, that's that person saying, or like that's
That's a guess. I think.
Yeah,
if it's
just
an
a
X.
guess.
Person, like
Yeah.
that person guessed it. It's like a graph kind of.
okay.
Because you see the players at the top of the screen, and then you
So
see everything
those
that
are all things that have already been guessed
thinks-
and failed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Oh.
they can certainly still be there. It's just that, like, I think it's the likelihood. Like, if you see, like, 4 X's, like, oh, well, 4 people guessed this, and still it hasn't been confirmed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, so as soon as it gets confirmed, Golem, that you see how it automatically crosses off the item or wherever it is. That means
Yeah.
it's not that anymore then.
I think it could still be it, though, even if you see 4 X's, so I don't know.
Well, yeah. yeah.
No, but if it gets a green check mark, that means it automatically gets crossed off.
Yeah, if it
The
was
X's kind of
automatically put there.
mean nothing at this point, because if
Yeah.
someone you couldn't have got, you maybe just weren't shown that one weapon in that one
Exactly,
place. Oh Lord, the AI.
Oh, the AI.
This is very confusing.
Mr. Mustard,
You already knew this information.
I
You
might
already knew
have.
this information. Very nice.
No, it wasn't crossed out on my thing. So
Really?
yeah, I did not know
knew
that
the other
particular
information?
information. I knew other things.
This peacock show.
Miss Peacock.
Right now, like, I have the suspects and the weapons narrowed down, but I have a whole lot of rooms left. So I
I
haven't
have
been
a
getting
bunch
showed a lot
of
of those.
rooms left.
Been getting showed a lot of weapons.
Going back to the hall, huh?
However,
We all seem
Everyone's
to be
trying this
showing up
hall.
here. This reminds me of Rat Race, where everyone
He said
I
us.
think I'm
showed up
losing.
in Silver City, and the money was
I
gone.
think it was Mustard.
Holy's mustard.
Candlestick in the hall. You
Thank you,
senile man.
Look, I'm like 54 in this picture. Look.
You look good.
I
Great for
gotta,
Jack.
it's just
My sister. Orchid.
Oh,
What do you share with me? Ah, okay.
Yes.
Hmm.
there you go.
I know it's not one of these, but I don't know which.
I have a lot of question marks on mine.
Yeah,
I haven't put
think
it-
I'm about to start
You guys-
accumulating question marks.
You guys are doing fantastic work then. I must be letting the
I have
team
no
down.
idea.
Guess I'll head to the conservatory.
guess.
It's nice there. With some pictures and portraits of asses and dolphins.
Asses and dolphins, you say?
Those are not
Asses and
portraits,
with
those
this
are
conservatory
fawn
mumbo
sculptures.
jumbo?
And that sculpture is not of an ass, it just happens to have an ass on it.
Yeah, well, it's a nice ass.
Is it
Stop,
my
please stop
ass?
staring at the sculpture. That could
I'm
have
looking
been,
at the dolphin ass.
that
God.
could have been the daughter of the person who owns this mansion.
Yeah, and he's dead now. Mr. Body's dead. So great. She owns the mansion
excuse
now.
me.
And she's got a nice ass. Yes! What are you trying to show me?
There you go.
Oh, it's
that
nothing.
Is curious, I do say. I do say.
I'm showing you me.
But you didn't really.
Dr. Orchid, can you repeat your statement for the audience?
No, he's fine. He's fine.
freaking-
Dr. Orchid, please do not.
I shall
Orchid
say no
showed a
more,
card?
No less.
Yes.
I showed a card, and that's what I have to say.
It's not like he said that I showed me.
Yes, does that mean that a possible suspect has been knocked off the board by Miss Orchid? Mr. Plum,
Mr. Plum. That's me. That's me.
what do you have to say about that?
What do I have to say about what? Who? What? Where? When?
About
how?
To
Miss
declare.
Dr. Orchid
Miss Dr. Orchid?
trying
never give
to
her a degree.
alleviate herself.
They would never give her a degree.
Never get a degree.
I would
She's
say
a
smart.
bad
He's
person.
somehow smarter than he's playing, which isn't always.
Happens a lot in Monopoly too. We're overthinking this.
Declare.
We have too many X's all over the board.
I
gotta
have
clear
no
this.
idea what I'm doing, but I'm
Mine
doing
looks like a
okay.
failed game of
We should all
Battleship.
form a pact to clear our logs.
I have a lot of things crossed off, and I
I think
don't
we should
know
clear
why.
it, start a new leaf.
What's happening?
Hello.
Mr. Plum.
With the wrench in the
With
lounge,
the
of
wrench.
course.
Mr. Green, what do you have to
Here
offer
you
me?
go, sir. This is the important information
Let's see.
for you.
Oh.
More like bullshit information.
This is not bullshit information. This
Oh,
is
wait,
the
that's-
truth, Plum, and nothing but the truth.
What the?
Nothing but the truth.
I don't believe you, Mr. Green. You might be lying to my sister.
I wish I was.
So,
Feels
just to
so
make sure,
close,
so
I
the
can taste it.
X's- all
Mom
that
is on the
shit.
right track.
The kitchen.
It's very
Welcome
slippery in there.
to the kitchen.
Look at those
The
tiles.
least looked at place on the board.
Perfect place to stage a
A lot
suicide.
of sharp
Wow.
suicide in the kitchen.
That's one way
What?
to put it.
Is that
Oh,
ragu
using
or
a-
Very
blood?
slippery.
We're using a rope.
Very slippery. You can slip on the rope. You can slip on a knife.
Mrs.
Slipped right into a
Peacock.
noose.
Oh no, not me again.
Mrs. Peacock.
How many dicks have you sucked, Miss Peacock? Can we ask those questions?
20.
20.
Oh, wait a minute.
20
There's only
dicks in
6
a
of us
row?
here.
My girlfriend sucked 27 dicks.
I'm into orgies. What do you expect from me?
How many
Are
times
you
have you
gonna
tried
shun me,
to?
Mr. Green?
How many times have you tried to repair things in the kitchen but ended up accidentally killing a person?
I would never do such a horrible thing.
The candlestick,
Oh,
right?
Lord.
It's because
Oh.
I'm a woman.
Oh,
But guess what, Mr. Green?
well, Miss Peacock couldn't
I do
possibly have a
make a
card of
truce
herself.
with you. I will
Son
see you.
of a bitch.
I
All
will see
right.
you outside.
All right, Mrs. Peacock. You have clarified some things for me. You have alleviated some
Still hasn't told us who
worries.
dicks she sucked.
There we
There was
go.
20 of them.
20
Oh,
dicks.
Oh, never mind. I know what card it was. It's all good.
Wait,
I
no, that's
know.
not what I.
So
You showed me it
much
before.
more.
You flashed me before, Miss
I
Peacock.
remember that.
I can't help
Okay.
myself. I am
All right,
at
Mr.
frisk.
I don't
Mustard.
think I can reach the place I want to go.
Where you going, Mustard?
Mr. Mustard.
You
Where you
shitty
going,
condiment.
Heinz? Catch
I
up.
don't think I could have moved anywhere. Wait, what?
My God.
What?
Huh?
You
I
committing
couldn't move
suicide?
anywhere. I couldn't move anywhere. I ended my turn.
That's a little
Oh
strange.
wow,
rolled
you
too
couldn't go
low.
anywhere. Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, I'm in the hall.
That's rough. Yeah.
In the hall.
It's okay. I'm okay taking 5. I'll
In
just
the hall.
observe.
It's in the hall.
I gotta lay low for a little while because the truth's gonna come out.
I'm gonna head over to the dining room.
I love dining
Oh, a
rooms.
bitch.
Just like took a little hook there.
What was that, Mr. Green?
I'm a little sad that somebody eventually played the move card just before I moved my move card.
I believe it was
Oh,
Colonel
Lordy.
Mustard with the candlestick in the dining room, you angry old man.
Why does it always have to be me? But I'll take it.
Oh,
Mr. Green knows
Mr.
something.
Green returns the favor.
That's just not what's happened here, Mrs. Peacock.
Okay.
All right, all right.
Okay.
Oh.
That gives me no information, I think.
I think Apex has been shown the light.
What am I supposed to take from this? Hold on a
supposed to
second.
take-
I,
I don't know
That
what
I
I
beat
expected,
this
but I'm
man
still
with the
let
candlestick in the dining room.
hold on. I'm still trying to check off question marks here. Let me give me a second.
down. Same. Alright.
Mr. Plum.
Refer to me as Coral Chimera, please.
Coral Chimera.
Mr. Plum Cholera, sir.
Cholera? I do not have the
Do you
cholera.
have cholera, or have you
But I
been
will
exposed
find
to a
out
past
if the
form of
dining
cholera
room
soon?
is where this disease
Don't
is
slip on
spreading.
your way in.
Oh, whoa.
All right. Enough with the joke, Miss
Mr.
Peacock and your 20
Mr.
dicks.
Plum, who do you
That was
believe
me
it
that
was?
said that.
Who do you believe committed such a horrendous act?
I think you're stabbing people in the back. That's what I think.
I would never.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Dagger in the dining room, of course.
It makes so much sense.
I gotta tell you,
I think of
Mrs.
that?
Plum, or Mr. Plum, that that's
Damn.
wrong
What the
information.
hell's Peacock showing?
Absolutely nothing.
My curiosity has gotten the better of me. I'm so sorry.
How
Peacock
dare
could
you
be showing
accuse me.
herself.
So
I
sorry.
will remember this, Mr. Plum.
I don't know if you can draw yourself. I'm still not sure about that.
It'd be
And I hope
awkward.
it's not biting me in the butt.
It'd be awkward.
I don't know, Mrs. Peacock. I have a strange suspicion you might have a Mrs. Peacock card.
Mrs. Peacock holding her own peacock?
That's
Yeah.
kind of weird. Why would I hold myself?
But I don't know if that's a thing.
It could be possible, but
You just know you're innocent
Let's
the whole
go here.
time.
We haven't been to the ballroom in a while. Maybe we head there.
So if I have 4 crosses on a place, it's very highly unlikely that it's that place.
No, well, maybe,
Yeah,
but it
not
could just
sure
be that
anymore.
card's not getting shown.
That's rough.
Yeah. So that's why I don't know, like, if someone else could interject before someone else, I don't know how the rules work.
Give me one.
unfortunately, no.
I feel like it
no,
forces
no,
one
no,
person
no,
at
no, no,
random.
no, no, chill. The way that works is that So say if it's your turn
Yeah.
and you make the suggestion, but multiple people have that same card in one of the suggestions,
Yeah.
it goes around the circle until it reaches that person. With it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like like I'll be it's oh fuck. So
Peacock
like if I was
again.
at the end, oh,
Go on.
I have
This
never
is
used a
correct.
revolver in my life.
This
Oh
could be
my
correct.
God. Oh.
See how
Is
it went
that
down the
correct?
line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah.
So what you got? What you got, Plum? What you got? Shit. Okay. I see how it is. I see how it is.
Interesting.
So I get it now. So right now, I have this.
Oh, wow. That
Okay,
changes
okay.
everything.
This definitely
Maybe.
changes things up.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's continue, Miss Orchard. Okay.
I kind of get it now.
Mr. Brad Pitt.
I'm not Brad Pitt,
out
I'm
those
Mr.
pits.
Green.
Brad Green.
What?
Those pit lines.
Hmm.
Those pit lines.
Sounds pretty awful.
I'm gonna
doesn't
move
sound
on
very
down
sexy.
to the hall.
In the hall.
Try and get me some information here. Mr. Brunette, the AI who has no voice.
Hey, it's me.
I'm an AI. How you doing?
Throw a wrench into those plans. Why don't you?
God damn it.
Oh,
Someone got a
of
thing.
course.
I just like Z gets surprised. Oh. like
So,
You
that is
have it
very,
narrowed down, don't you?
that's very interesting, Mr.
I
Colonel
know he's
Mustard.
shown you, Mr. Green.
I better get something.
I
out
know
of
of this knowledge as well.
Okay.
this. I'll say that tickled when that came up.
What'd you show him?
It tickled.
Just
Why
show
did it tickle?
I showed him your face.
Oh.
It's ugly. Please
I
don't.
saw your face, and wow.
I saw your face.
Wow!
The ballroom.
Nothing ever happens
Oh.
exciting in the ballroom.
Of
Except
course, a
dancing
piano can get slammed on
and
a person's
piano
head. Plenty can happen in the
Why
ballroom.
would you do
mass
such an awful
destruction.
thing?
Did you see what happened? They decapitated him with a piano.
And then they put his head on the wall.
We had a funeral for a bird.
Peacock.
Oh, not again.
Dude, why is there such a fucking draft in the ballroom? Do you hear that?
Yeah, seriously.
Murdered the man with the revolver in the ballroom.
Like, Jesus Christ, isn't this supposed to be, like, very peaceful here? Oh.
Dude, this would be a great place for a revolver to go off. It's so noisy.
Bang!
Plum.
Was that
What
the
information do
wind?
you have? Of course.
Of
So
course.
stupid.
Why wouldn't I suggest this? Why wouldn't I think this?
Jesus Christ. That was so stupid.
That's very, very
seat.
important information. Thank you, Mr. Plum.
You probably have narrowed it down.
Did I help?
Like me too.
You've helped me a good bit.
Oh, did you do a reveal thingy?
I think I have an idea.
No, no. I just know via context clues what you just
I think I have
played.
an idea. of who it's
Excellent.
gonna
You're
be.
welcome. I'm here to help. I want to find the
Thank
murderer
you.
just as much as you do.
I'm going back to the dining room.
So what's happening
in?
in said dining room?
It might be Mr. Plum with the candlestick.
Really hope it's not me. I'm getting a little nervous here.
I mean,
Woman's intuition, Mr. Plum.
Okay.
damn.
Oh,
I wish I was the one playing this.
Aha!
Sure, here
I
you
know which
go.
card you're showing.
Ah, so then
So
he's...
I have like 3
okay.
options for weapon. So
Does everyone think it's dining room?
no. Oh wait, maybe.
I have a gut feeling it might
It's a
be
strong
dining room.
suspicion.
Everyone's going there.
I have a
There-
vague
I-
idea
I
as to what
have-
it's actually gonna be.
I have it narrowed,
ideas.
yeah, I have it narrowed down to 2 people, 2 rooms, and
Dude, I still got 4 rooms on the board.
5
but I'm pretty sure I
weapons.
know the
I've
person.
got-
on
I
the
have it
left.
narrowed
I
down
have
to
it-
technically 3 people at the
I have
moment.
it narrowed down to, let's see,
If
2
you count
people.
Brunette.
It's 2 people, like 3 rooms.
Of course.
And
Ah,
just
The dining room. Again.
Ah!
Of course. There's fingerprints everywhere in here.
My God.
Why didn't anyone ever check that?
Well, I'd like to figure out something about this.
Oh no.
Oh, shut up, Plum.
Is anybody gonna help me?
I was gonna guess that. I think someone already guessed this.
Is anyone gonna help me?
think
Is anyone gonna help me?
I think that's
Oh shit!
Well then,
Wow.
I would like to make my final
Oh fuck.
Well,
Accusation?
accusation.
Are you sure about this?
Oh no.
choose wisely.
Yeah, it's quite.
Plum. Do you believe it
Ah,
more?
Professor Plum is going to make an accusation.
That was an ugly-ass face.
I believe it to be Miss Peacock and her 20 dicks she sucked.
That's a candlestick. Hold on,
You
candlestick.
leaked those 20 dicks out of
With the
this.
candlestick.
They had nothing to do with this.
Was it a dick?
And I believe she sucked them off in the dining room. Take
no.
that, Miss Peacock.
Okay.
Oh God.
Wrong.
Oh God.
Wrong.
Wait, is that it? Is
Wait,
that it?
did he get all of it? Oh shit.
Solve the crime.
Two.
Oh!
Damn it.
I was honestly.
It took me too long to understand the rules
Damn,
in
Me
the
it
too.
game.
was
Aphex, you saved the fucking game when you told me about the sequential order. I was like, oh,
Wait.
damn
Okay.
it,
So
that
how
means
did
they
you?
don't
How
have
did
it.
you? How did
Wait,
you?
I told you the
how did
order?
you figure it out in that sense?
Well, when he told me
So
the
not a single person was able to say no, like throw a card up.
yeah,
when
and
he
my
just
revolver
did those
came up.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
shit.
So my revolver came up, which meant that the other two weren't in there. No one had the dining room, and no one had Miss Peacock. Just my revolver out of three of you guys, which meant that no one had dining room and no one had the revolver. Smarty may have had it because he was above me. That's why I asked again, and if he wasn't able to throw it down,
I
it had to be it.
honestly, like, I'm gonna tell you right now. I honestly was gonna guess the rope. Like, I thought it was the rope.
I
totally.
had the
Yeah,
candlestick.
I
completely
had
narrowed
it
down.
in between rope and candlestick.
Yeah, I knew it was
So-
Mrs. Peacock. I had because I had it narrowed down because everybody else was crossed off except for Mrs. Peacock and Orchid. But I had an exclamation mark on Orchid because Smarty was like, "I showed you myself." And I'm like,
He did
Oh,
show me
come on, I didn't hear
himself.
that part.
yeah.
Because I didn't have
Yeah.
Mrs. Orchid crossed off, but everyone was choosing Mrs. Peacock, so I'm just kind of going with the flow.
I was freaking annoyed when I wasted my turn to get the information. Then he told you guys the information. I'm like, are you kidding me?
He's like, I showed me. That's why I
when I
made.
said that, I
was
thought
like,
you
"Did he
guys
say
were gonna be
showed
like,
me?"
I thought you guys were gonna be like, no bullshit.
The
Money,
comment
get
section is gonna be
yours.
such a nightmare with this game because
Yeah.
everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my god, I knew this." I'm like,
Yeah, now I know. Now I know.
I'm gonna preface it with first time.